Hey there. Today we're diving into a fascinating world that hides in plain sight, the world of the Washington quarter dollar. You might think it's just a small piece of metal that helps you buy a soda, but trust me, this coin has a story that's richer than you can imagine. From its legendary beginnings to the rare editions that collectors crave, this journey is going to be filled with twists, turns, and some seriously cool facts. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter made its debut in 1932 during the Great Depression, a time when America needed heroes. What better figure to feature than George Washington himself? Born in 1732, Washington was not just the first president of the United States, but a symbol of strength, integrity, and independence. The coin was introduced to honor the 200th anniversary of his birth. That alone makes it more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history. Now, let's talk about the design. The obverse, or front, of the coin features a left-facing portrait of George Washington. This design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, who beat out several other artists in a competitive design contest. Interestingly, some people criticize the design for being too plain, but over time, it has become iconic. The reverse initially displayed an eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches beneath it. This powerful imagery symbolizes America's readiness for war, but preference for peace. But here's where things start to get even more interesting. Over the decades, the quarter has been a canvas for creativity and national pride. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched a 50-state quarters program, which changed the reverse design to celebrate each of the 50 states. Each coin told a story, from Delaware's horseback rider to California's John Muir standing before Yosemite's granite cliffs. This wasn't just a marketing move. It reignited America's love affair with coin collecting. And let's not forget the rare ones. Some quarters are worth more than their weight in silver, literally. Take the 1932 D and 1932 S quarters. They were minted in Denver and San Francisco and had very low production numbers. If you happen to have one in mint condition, you're looking at a small fortune. Then there are error coins like the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with the extra leaf on the corn. That little design mishap, it made collectors go wild. There's also the metal content to consider. Quarters minted before 1965 were made of 90% silver. That changed with the Coinage Act of 1965, which moved the composition to a copper-nickel blend due to the rising cost of silver. So, if you find a pre-1965 quarter, you're literally holding on to silver. These older coins have a beautiful ring to them when dropped, often called the silver ping. Beyond the money and metal, these coins are a snapshot of American culture. Think about it. Each quarter from the state series reflects something unique about that state's history or natural beauty. You can see the values, achievements, and aspirations of each state etched into these tiny artworks. It's like a portable museum you carry in your pocket. And there's the American Women Quarters program, which started in 2022. This series celebrates women who made significant contributions in various fields. Figures like Maya Angelou, astronaut Dr. Sally Ride, and Native American leader Wilma Mankiller now grace the reverse of the quarter. These new designs not only educate, but also inspire new generations. Another angle to consider is how the Washington quarter has remained relevant through multiple generations. From your grandparents to you, this coin has probably passed through the hands of every member of your family. It's been dropped into vending machines, tossed into wishing wells, and saved in jars for rainy days. Yet despite all this, it's rarely truly noticed. That's what makes this journey so exciting. We're pulling back the curtain on something that's been hiding in plain sight. You know what's wild? The coin's journey is far from over. As technology and culture evolve, so does the quarter. There's talk of using different metals, integrating security features, or even going fully digital in the future. Imagine a quarter with a QR code, or one that can interact with your phone. We're not quite there yet, but the conversation is happening. And don't underestimate the emotional value these coins can hold. Maybe you have a quarter that your dad gave you when you were a kid, or one you picked up during a trip to another state. These little pieces of metal often carry big memories. That personal connection is something money can't buy. As we wrap up this part of our deep dive, remember, the Washington quarter is more than just currency. It's a symbol of America's past, present, and future. Its art, history, and legacy all rolled into one shiny, round package. In the next part, we'll go even deeper, exploring how these quarters are made, the technology behind them, and the stories of collectors who dedicate their lives to finding the rarest gems. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. Ready to flip the coin to the next side of the story? Let's go. If you thought the last part was full of surprises, get ready. This chapter uncovers the craftsmanship, the production process, the most mind-blowing collector stories, and even some quarters that change lives. Yeah, we're going there. Let's start at the U.S. Mint. Ever wonder how a Washington quarter actually gets made? It all begins with massive coils of metal, often weighing thousands of pounds. These coils are fed into machines that punch out blank discs called planchets. Each planchet is carefully weighed to meet precise standards. Any that are too heavy or too light are rejected. It's all about quality control. After that, the planchets are washed, dried, and polished until they shine. Next, they're ready for the big moment, striking. The blanks are loaded into presses where they're struck with thousands of pounds of pressure to transfer the coin's design onto both sides. The result? A shiny new quarter featuring George Washington on the front, and either a traditional eagle or one of many unique reverse designs. And here's the thing. Each coin press can crank out hundreds of quarters per minute. That's efficiency at its finest. But sometimes the magic happens when things don't go perfectly. Error coins, those struck with mistakes, can become extremely valuable. Double strikes, off-center images, clipped planchets, and even coins struck on the wrong type of metal can fetch big bucks. Collectors are obsessed with these little anomalies. There's even a whole subculture of collectors who specialize only in mint errors, scouring rolls of coins hoping to stumble upon that one-in-a-million mistake. And speaking of collectors, let's talk about the people who chase these quarters. For some, it's a hobby. For others, it's a lifelong passion. Some have turned their collections into entire careers. Take the story of a man named Tom DeLory, a renowned numismatist who spent decades studying and collecting coins. He once helped authenticate a rare 1932 D quarter in pristine condition worth thousands of dollars. That coin didn't just sit in someone's pocket. It became a piece of history. Then there's the thrill of the hunt. Imagine finding a rare quarter in your pocket change. It's happened before. One man in Florida stumbled upon a 1970 S quarter overstruck on a 1941 Canadian quarter. Only a few of these exist, and they've sold for over $30,000. Can you believe that? A tiny mistake, a rare occurrence, and boom, a regular day turns into a treasure hunt. Collectors also love series completion. The 50 state quarters program was a dream for these folks. People of all ages scrambled to find all 50 designs, released in the order the states joined the Union. It became a national craze. Coin folders flew off the shelves. Kids traded with each other at school, and adults checked every bit of change they received. The program not only reignited interest in coin collecting, but also educated millions about U.S. history and geography. That's a win-win. Then came the Beautiful Quarters program. Starting in 2010 and ending in 2021, it highlighted national parks and sites in each state, the District of Columbia, and 5 U.S. territories. The detail in these designs is mind-blowing. Mount Rushmore, the Grand Canyon, and the Great Smoky Mountains, to name a few. These quarters transformed into miniature masterpieces, celebrating the natural and cultural heritage of the U.S. Let's pause here for a sec. We've talked about the production, the errors, the collectors, and the programs. But here's a fun twist. Did you know the Washington quarter even has a place in pop culture? It's been featured in movies, TV shows, and even music. That scene where someone flips a coin to make a decision? 9 times out of 10, it's a quarter. It's become a symbol of chance, fate, and decision-making. Even Two-Face from Batman is obsessed with his lucky quarter. And what about vending machines and arcades? The quarter ruled the coin slots for decades. From buying gumballs to unlocking epic video game levels, this coin was your golden ticket. Kids would beg for quarters just to get one more go at Pac-Man or Space Invaders. Those weren't just coins, they were tokens of joy. Now let's talk value again, but this time with a twist. The worth of a quarter doesn't just depend on its rarity or condition. Sometimes, provenance plays a role. That means the coin's backstory can affect its price. A quarter once owned by a famous person or discovered in a unique circumstance can skyrocket in value. Collectors love a good story, and the more dramatic, the better. And here's another layer. Grading. Coin grading is a science and an art. It involves assessing a coin's condition under magnification to determine its grade, ranging from poor P1 to perfect mint state MS 70. The difference between a coin graded MS 65 and MS 67 might be invisible to the untrained eye, but it can mean hundreds of dollars in value. That's why many collectors send their coins to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Want to know something crazy? The Washington Quarter has even been to space. NASA astronauts often carry symbolic items on missions, and quarters have made the trip. Imagine your everyday pocket change floating in zero gravity. These space-flown coins later become ultra-rare collectibles, cherished by space and coin enthusiasts alike. Let's not forget the role of the mint itself in keeping the excitement alive. They've released special editions over the years, silver proofs, burnished versions, and even colorized designs. These limited runs attract serious attention, often selling out quickly and reselling for much more. It's a smart blend of artistry, scarcity, and marketing. The coin has also adapted to digital times. Online coin auctions and collector forums have exploded in popularity. Websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections host competitive bidding wars for rare Washington quarters. Some coins change hands for tens of thousands of dollars, all because of a small mint mark or unique design. And let's not overlook community. Coin shows and conventions bring together enthusiasts from all over the world. These events are like Comic-Con for coin lovers. People swap stories, buy and sell treasures, and even attend lectures on coin history. At the center of it all, the humble Washington Quarter, admired by all. By now, you're probably realizing just how rich and layered the story of this little coin is. It's not just about what it's worth. It's about what it represents. A piece of American history, a work of art, a spark of childhood nostalgia, a serious investment, a cultural icon, all in one. This deep connection people feel toward quarters isn't an accident. It's a result of thoughtful design, historical relevance, and personal experience. That's why people frame them, collect them, and pass them down as heirlooms. The Washington Quarter has become more than money. It's memory and motion. And as we wrap this part up, it's clear that the journey is far from over. In our next segment, we'll explore international reactions, counterfeit detection, how to start your own collection, and why this coin continues to capture hearts across generations. So get ready. We got more shiny secrets to uncover. All right, let's bring this incredible journey of the Washington Quarter dollar to a satisfying close. We've explored its creation, errors, collector stories, historical programs, and even how it became a cultural icon. Now, let's shift our focus to its influence beyond borders, how to start your own collection, and why this little coin continues to matter in today's world. Believe it or not, the Washington Quarter has caught the attention of collectors far beyond the United States. International numismatists admire it for its evolving designs and historical significance. Some foreign collectors are fascinated by the America the Beautiful series, which not only features national parks, but also reflects American values of freedom, heritage, and natural beauty. The variety and story behind each design make these quarters appealing even if you've never set foot in the U.S. Now, let's talk counterfeits. Yep, even quarters aren't safe from fakes. While most counterfeiting efforts focus on higher denomination coins or paper money, rare and valuable quarters, especially those with errors or mint marks like the 1932D and 1932S, are sometimes forged. That's why it's crucial to know what you're looking for. Genuine coins have distinct edge patterns, metal content, and design precision that counterfeits often fail to replicate. Tools like digital scales, magnifying glasses, and even coin comparison apps can help you authenticate your finds. Thinking of diving into coin collecting yourself? It's easier than you might think, and incredibly rewarding. Start by checking your own pocket change. You'd be surprised how often rare or interesting coins turn up in circulation. Get yourself a basic magnifying glass, a coin album, and a guidebook. Websites and forums are great places to learn from others, share your discoveries, and even trade coins. The key is to start slow and focus on what interests you most, whether that's error coins, a specific series, or historic pieces. Coin collecting teaches patience, attention to detail, and historical curiosity. It's not just a hobby. It's a hands-on way to connect with the past and gain an appreciation for craftsmanship. And who knows? You might even stumble upon a quarter worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. More importantly, you'll collect stories, experiences, and a deeper appreciation for the little things, literally. So, why does the Washington quarter continue to matter today? Because it's more than just currency. It's a storytelling machine. Each coin carries its own narrative,